Good morning, student. How are you? I hope all of you are fine. So last class we have learned about ratios and proportion. Do you remember what is ratio? Yes, ratio is a comparison of two quantities. So today we are going to learn about equivalent ratios. Before that, we will do one activity. Here you can see a circle with shaded part and unshaded part. Totally how many parts are there? 1 and 2. I am going to write the ratio of shaded part to the total parts. So how many shaded parts are there? Yes, only one. Very good. Totally how many parts are there? 1 and 2. So what is the ratio? 1:2. That can be written as a fraction 1/2. Now move on to the next one. How many parts are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So totally 4 parts are there. How many parts are shaded? Yes, 1 and 2. So what is the ratio? 2:4. That is nothing but 2 divided by 4. And this one. Totally how many parts are there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. How many shaded parts are there? Yes, very good. 1, 2 and 3. So let's write the ratio of shaded part to the total parts. So 3 shaded parts and the total number of parts are 6. Now move on to the next circle. So totally how many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. How many parts are shaded? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now let's write the ratio. So shaded parts is to total parts. So 4 shaded parts and total parts are 8. So 4/8. Now look at all the ratios. This is 1/2. This one is 2/4. You can simplify this ratio as 1/2 because 1 2s are 2 and 2 2s are 4. Similarly, look at this ratio. In 3 table, 1 3s are 3 and 2 3s are 6. The final one. 1 4s are 4 and 2 4s are 8. Now look at all the ratios. You will get same ratio as 1/2, 1/2, 1/2 and 1/2. So equivalent ratio is nothing but two ratios which express the same relation in terms. I repeat, equivalent ratio is nothing but two ratios represent the same relation in terms. So here 1/2, 1/2, 1/2 and 1/2. These are called equivalent ratios. Also, you can find equivalent ratios. For that, you have to multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by a common number. You can refer page number 65 in your maths book. So you can get equivalent ratios by multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by a common number. So let's do an example. Find 3 equivalent ratio for the given ratio 1/3. Find 3 equivalent ratios for the given ratio 1/3. You know how to find equivalent ratio. How will you find? Yes, you have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number. So let's take 2. You have to multiply numerator and the denominator. So what will you get? 1 2s are 2. 3 2s are 6. Again, let's choose one number. Let's take 3. So 1/3. You have to multiply the numerator and both the denominator with the same number. So I am multiplying 3 with the numerator and 3 with the denominator. So what will you get? 1 3s are 3, 3 3s are 9. So let's take another number. 1 by 3 into 4. So you have to multiply the numerator and the denominator. So 1 4s are 4, 3 4s are 12. It is easy, right? So you can find for this number. So 2 by 5. So tell me any number. Yeah, you take 2. So let's take 2. So multiply the numerator by 2 and then the denominator by 2. So 2 2s are 4 and 5 2s are 10. Correct. Next, 2 by 5 into 3 and denominator also you have to multiply by 3. So 2 3s are 6. 5 3s are 15. Yes, very good. Next, 2 by 5 into numerator. You have to multiply by 4 and the denominator also you have to multiply by 4. So 2 4s are 8 and 5 4s are 20. Okay, is it clear? Okay. Now we will move on to the exercise problems. Take page number 66, exercise 3.2. Let's read the first question. Fill in the blanks of the given equivalent ratios. What is given? These two ratios are equivalent ratios. You have to fill this blank. So let's see. How many 3s are 9? Yes. 3 3s are 9. For an equivalent ratio, you have to multiply both the numerator and denominator by the same number. So 3 3s are 9. So you have to multiply the denominator by the same number. So I am multiplying 5 3s are 15. So what will you get? 15. Yes, very good. Is it clear? Now move on to the next problem. What is the problem? 4 is to 5 equal to blank is to 10. So these two ratios are equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios can be obtained by multiplying numerator and denominator by a common number. So 4 by 5 is equal to blank by 10. How many 5s are 10? Yes, very good. 5 2s are 10. So you have to multiply numerator by 2. So 4 2s are 8. Very good. So what is the answer? Yes, 8. Now we will move on to the next problem. So let's read the second problem. What is given? You have to complete the table. This problem is also kind of equivalent ratios. So 1 feet is equal to 12 inch. So 2 feet is equal to 2 12s are 24. 1 feet is 12 inch. So 2 feet means 2 into 12 you will get 24. So 3 feet means 3 into 12. 3 12s are 36. Yes, very good. Next, 4 feet means 4 12s are 48. The last one, 5 feet. So 5 into 12 you will get 5 12s are 60. Yes, very good. Let's read the fourth problem. Give two equivalent ratios. In question, they have given one ratio. You have to find two equivalent ratio for the given ratio. So let's write the ratio in terms of fraction. Let's tell one number. Let's take one number. So let's take 2. You have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number. So I am multiplying 3 2s are 6 and 2 2s are 4. You have to find two equivalent ratios. Let's take another number. So 3 by 2 into 3. So I am multiplying both the numerator and denominator by the same number 3. 3 3s are 9. Very good. 2 3s are 6. That's all. Now move on to the next problem. Here the given ratio is 1:6. First step, you have to write the ratio in terms of fraction and then multiply both the numerator and denominator by the same number. So let's take 2 itself. So 1 2s are 2, 6 2s are 12. So another one, 1 by 6, I am multiplying 3. So 1 3s are 3 and 6 3s are 18. Yes, we have found two equivalent ratios for the given ratio 1:6. That's all. Now let's move on to the next problem. Same exercise, problem number 5. You have to find which of the two ratio is larger. So here they are given two ratios. You have to find which one is larger and which one is smaller. For this, you have to find equivalent ratios until you get the same denominator. Is it clear? I am repeating. To check which one is larger, you have to find the equivalent ratios until you get the same denominators. Let's take 4:5 first. So I am taking 4:5. Let's try to make this 5 as 15 because here we have 15. This one is already larger, so we will try to make this 5 as 15. So I am writing it as fraction. So let's multiply by 2. So you will get 4 2s are 8 and 5 2s are 10. So this one is 10 but this one is 15. So let's multiply by another number. So 4 by 5 into 3. 4 3s are 12. 5 3s are 15. Yes, we have got 15. Here also 8 by 15. Now we got the same denominator. Now let's compare the numerators. So which one is larger, 12 or 8? Yes, very good. 12 is the larger number. So which ratio is larger? 12 by 15 is larger than 8 by 15. So I will repeat. To find which ratio is larger, you have to make the denominators same and then compare the numerators. You have to find the same denominators and then you have to compare the numerators. So here 8 by 15. So I am making this 5 as 15. For that I am going to find equivalent ratios. So here 4 2s are 8 and 5 2s are 10. But this is smaller than this one. So again I am multiplying 4 by 5 into 3. So I will get 15. Now I got same denominators and then I am comparing the numerators. So 12 is larger than 8. So 12 by 15 is the larger ratio. Is it clear? Yes, very good. Next problem. Problem number 6. Divide the number 20 in the ratio 3:2. So here one number is given and one ratio is given. You have to divide this number in the given ratio 3:2. So first take the ratio 3:2. So totally how many parts are there in the ratio? For that you have to add the two values in the ratio. So 3:2, I am adding 3 and 2, I will get the total part as 5. So totally 5 parts are there. I am going to divide this 20 as 3 parts and 2 parts. So first take 3. For that write 20 and multiply the first part 3 divided by the total part 5. How will you do? Write the given number and write the first part 3 and divided by the total part. So you can cancel 1 times and 4 5s are 20. So remaining 4 into 3. 4 3s are 12. So I am finding this 3. So I am getting the value for the 3 part is equal to 12. Now let's find for the 2 parts. So you have to write the number 20 and the part 2 by total parts 5. So again I can cancel 1, 4 times 4 2s are 8. So I am dividing 20 in the ratio 3:2 as 12 and 8. So 3 parts out of 20 will be, so 3 by 5 part of 20 will be 12 and 2 by 5 part of 20 will be 8. Is it clear? Okay. Next, 8th problem. This one is same as the 6th problem. That is, you have to divide the given number into 2 parts. So let's read. A line segment 63 centimeter long is to be divided into 2 parts in the ratio 3:4. Find the length of each part. So what is the question? You have a line segment of 63 centimeter long. You have to divide this line segment into 2 ratios 3:4. That is 3:4 and find each of the length. So how will you do? What is the first step? Take the ratio 3:4. Find the total part. How will you find? Yes, 3 plus 4. You have to add the numbers. So you will get 3 plus 4 as 7. So total part is 7. Now I am going to find the 3 part. What is the length of the line segment? 63 centimeter. So write 63. And then what is the first part? 3. So 3 out of 7. Total part is 7. So cancel 1 7s are 7. 9 7s are 63. Very good. So remaining 9 into 3. 9 3s are 27. Yes. So first part is 27 centimeter long. Now find the second part, length of the second part. So what is the ratio given? 4. So write 63 into 4 by total parts. So same 1 into 7, 9 7s are 63, 9 4s are 28 centimeter. So which one is longer? 28 centimeter. You have found. So you have found the length of each of the parts. One part is 27 centimeter and the other part is 28 centimeter. So 27 centimeter and 28 centimeter. Is it clear? Yeah, okay.